Hello everyone, welcome back to my blog. So today the topic that I'm going to discuss is the fishbone analysis. So fishbone, it's basically a diagrammatical representation of the causes and the defects that we have, which helps in the problem solving. So when you have any issue in your product or any software or any hardware that you are working on, so you categorize your problems into various categories so that you can actually analyze from the issue perspective that in which category your issue falls, because of which category you are facing an issue. So it's a very structured approach, and you actually need to have a lot of brainstorming is done in this, because you need to actually drill down to each aspect of your defect categorization that you have done, so that you can actually figure out that under which category your issue falls and what needs to be reworked on your side. So the name is fishbone because it looks like a fish skeleton, and the head is the problem that you have, and the spine of the fish, these are the causes that can be because of any problem. So now if you look here, the head is the problem that we have, and these are all the possible causes that we can have because of that problem. So if we take the very first part, that is the manpower. Now manpower means that you need to check that the labor or the people or the developers, in all the categories I'm talking, irrespective of it's a hardware or a software, you have to check out that are they the correct people that you are using. Are they means they are SME of their own trades. They should be the people who can actually figure out the development in a correct way. It should not be that you have quantity with you but quality is not there in context to the manpower. So you need to actually check out that area as well. Then we have the method is you actually here you basically consider what are the policies, rules, regulations, or procedures, I would say, any protocols that you are setting for the consistent quality or the betterment of your project. It can be like you need to have set of rules so that you see that these things are met, so that your project can be delivered. And you need to make sure that these are well set, the methods are well set, the protocol is correct for your software or the hardware. Then is the machinery. So machinery can be the tools, machines, equipments, laptops and hardwares, configuration, everything. You need to make sure that they are correct, and in case you have any issue with your machinery, in that case they should be well managed. You have the backup of everything in context to the machinery. It should not be a thing that something is your machinery failed and that's a showstopper for your project, that it's halted because of that. Everything you should have well backup of the machinery as well. Then we have the material. So material is basically raw material in context to anything that is required to create a quality project software. And you cannot overlook this thing, because you need to make sure that when you are working on something, so the material or the software quality products that you are using, they should be good enough so that you are not blocked. It's like you're doing load testing. If the softwares that you are not using are the correct, or the hardware configuration is not right, you can actually have a deadlock situation in your software. Because if 10 million people are there on your application and it's completely blocked, it's deadlocked, you don't know what, how to, and where to go. So it means the material or the machinery that you have with you, if material is not correct, you are not using good quality hardware configuration, software configurations, and if they are failing and the machinery is not correct, so these two things are impacting your failure. So you need to figure out that is correct. Mother nature, that is something that you cannot, that is a natural calamity that can happen. So you need to take some extent of precautions in that also, that any natural calamity happens, so your system should not be like closed. You need to make sure that what can you do best to handle such situations, even though these are very unpredictable and uncontrollable things that is not in the hand of any human being, that you can control nature, but still you need to figure out that what best you can do to handle them. Then is the measurement is how are you measuring that your product is okay. For that you need to have certain inspections, audits, everything is done. Because if you see in organizations we have audits being done, inspections are happening. Why is that happening? Because they need to see that everything is okay and nothing should be wrong. So all these things are done to make sure that the things that are being audited or are being inspected, they are correct. So these things should always be done, and they should be scheduled from time to time, so that you are in you are least expected to have any problem in your software. So all these things together, they look like a fishbone, and that is why that is the criterion in which all your problems are defined. And whenever there is a problem, you need to actually drill down to level 0 to understand which category your problem falls in, and which category you need to work out so that it doesn't happen in future. So this is basically the fishbone, and fishbone needs to be it helps you to understand more of your project in a better way, and it helps you to fixing out the bugs or the problems in your issue in a better way. So it's highly recommended that organizations follow the fishbone. And that's all for this. If you have any queries, please do write to me in the comment section. I'll definitely respond back. Thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day.